Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, and welcome to Command Power, the show in which we discuss all things Magic the Gathering with a focus on Commander. And today we have another episode in our Spoiler Spotlight series in which I talk about, well, spoilers and tell you what my thoughts are on them. But before that, just a quick reminder to click subscribe if you enjoy my videos. We're well on our way to 1 million subscribers and your support means everything to me. And today we're going to be talking about Ojer Taq Deepest Foundation. For 4 colorless and 2 white, it's a legendary creature god 6/6 with Vigilance. If 1 or more creature tokens would be created under your control, 3 times that many of those tokens are created instead, and when Ojer Taq dies, return it to the battlefield tapped and transformed under its owner's control. On the flip side, it's Temple of Civilization, which is a land that taps for 1 white and has 2 white tap transform Temple of Civilization, activate only if you attacked with 3 or more creatures this turn and only as a sorcery. So this is another really powerful god in the series of gods that we've been getting. People are really high on this one. I'm still a little bit uncertain because I do think that the 6 mana is really quite a bit and is a lot more niche than similar effects such as Mondrak that we've had in the past. The reasons that it's a little bit more niche is that yes, it does create triple the amount of tokens, but it is only creature tokens, whereas Mondrak works with any kind of tokens that you can be making, including treasures, clues, and all sorts of different things, meaning that it slots into all sorts of strategies. This is going to be exclusively played in creature token decks, and specifically in creature token decks that don't want to be making their tokens very early on, because this does cost 6 mana. That means that if your token creating cards are all cheaper than 6, you're going to have to either place them optimally and wait till you play this first to play all those cards, or you're going to have to play them out and then miss on tripling the tokens from those cards, neither of which feel particularly nice. But still, even with all that said, this is a tripling effect for tokens. We've never seen anything like that in the past. We've only really seen it for damage, and I think it's obviously very powerful. A 6/6 Vigilance is also no joke. It can swing in with the best of them and make it very hard to attack you once you get to turn 6. If your deck is heavy on ramp, this is probably a lot better because you can get to drop it on turn 4 or something like that, and then it's going to really dominate the board whilst you pump out all of these tokens that make it really difficult to attack you. As for the flip side, it's kinda easy to flip it back over, to be honest. It's probably the easiest condition we've seen so far. Where it does get a little bit bad is if somebody has wiped the board against you, because then you're going to lose this guy and you're going to lose all of the tokens that you had, which is going to make it quite difficult to flip back over unless you immediately have a token creating spell in hand that can make 3 tokens, and then you can attack the next turn and eventually flip it back. So it is a little bit awkward against board wipes, which is usually the weakness of token decks, but it is also very easy to recover in the case that they just use a spot removal on this, because you should have other creatures lying about that can just attack and flip this back over. As usual, it is worth bearing in mind that these god cards are very slow. The land is going to come in tapped, so it's going to take you a full 2 turns basically to flip it back over, but this is still a little bit better than the black one because it doesn't rely on attacking for you to get its ability, it just relies on being in play. Because of all of this, I think that this card is actually very strong and it's definitely going to see some play in creature tokens decks specifically, but it's probably not going to see as much play as some people are predicting. I don't think it's anywhere near the best mythic in the set. It's a good card that's niche and is definitely going to see play, but don't lose your minds over this just yet because there are certainly a lot of better cards in this set. So there you have it. Those have been my thoughts on this new spoiler. What do you think about this card? Please let me know in the comment section below. I read all comments and respond to all of them too. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like or subscribe. It really helps the channel. And until next time, take care.